Hey, hello, you're stuck in Try with Wolf Gorlick, a few minutes riffing on IT and IT security. Today looking at industrial controls in the food industry and why we haven't had any problems yet. So I did a whole bunch of talks specifically last year around the food industry, industrial controls, the technology involved, and it's really an extension of the work we've done across industries, specifically to manufacturing processes, distribution processes, and the industrial controls that go within them. And I'm always asked at the end of every talk, how come nothing bad has happened yet? If things are this bad, why is there no problems, Wolf? And so, as we roll ever closer to 2018, and we've gone another year without there being a big explosion or salmonella outbreak, I like to take a moment and say this. The tip to you is, thank goodness industrial controls are not as easy to topple as you may think. There's a couple reasons for that. First, let's talk about why they're easy to topple. Clear text passwords. Well-known passwords published on the internet. Why? Because it's easier to maintain the systems if you can Google Siemens controller and pop up the password. Systems in programmable mode, not in run mode, right? Why? So it's easier so you can support them. Makes sense. Systems networked and connected to everything else. Again, not surprisingly, so you can support them. Systems not patched with known vulnerabilities. Why? Because there's higher risk of patching than of leaving them vulnerable. So, with all these common 1990s all over again vulnerabilities, clear text and open passwords and vulnerabilities everywhere, how come no one attacks these things? How come we've been so safe thus far and haven't had a major industrial accident? Well, three main things. One is, because each factory is a little different. We talk a lot about diversity in populations and how if there's a diversity in the population that one infection or one type of attack can't spread to another one. Now, we've done a lot in regular IT to squelch out diversity. We're all running Windows, we're all running Macs, right? Everyone's got iPhones or Android. The diversity as a level of protection is decreasing all the time. Yet in manufacturing, because a lot of these plants are cobbled together, in manufacturing, because a lot of these plants are put together over 30, 40 years, in manufacturing, because of the diverse technology, each one's a little different. You can't just script out something like WannaCry and all of a sudden take down 40 food plants or 50 different power companies. So diversity is helping us. Yay! Two, similarly, it's a harder thing to master. There's not a lot of technology you can go ahead and plan. You can buy something off of, insert used industrial control system here. I've mentioned in other videos that we actually built a ICS environment that simulated a plant for testing purposes, which is awesome, for just a few $1,000s, which is awesome. So you can get it. But there isn't a lot of technology out there. There's not a lot of people who have the skills or have the equipment to practice on. So each one's a little diverse. Secondly, each attack is, the skill level is high, right? It's an esoteric attack. It's not a common attack. And that gets the third and most important for almost everything we talk about. What is the criminal's motivation? Why would they spend a whole bunch of time trying to attack this somewhat hard to get into environment with a attack that requires a lot of skill? What are they going to make money off of this? Hold the place ransom? There's easier ways to do that. Cause mischief? There's easier ways to do that. There isn't a lot of motivation economically for really talented hackers to go ahead and break in things. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. And when things do go awry, we've got enough safety controls in place to keep everything running. Thank goodness. Is that going to continue in 2018? What do you think? Hit me up in comments or social media. Cheers.